Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you would all already know, my name is Qasim Khan, and by profession, I am a data and analytics strategist. We tell companies, we tell businesses what to do with their data, how to make better decisions, and how to scale their growth. Now, before starting, I would like to tell you that I'm a hardcore tech person, and I think you would have guessed that I'm a bit too well suited to be a tech person right now. So, I combed my hair, I wore a good suit, but usually tech people are not like that, right? Can you guys agree to that? Can anybody tell me how does a usual tech person look like? Yeah. So basically 4 दिन से वो उन्होंने नहाया नहीं होता ठीक yeah शहबाज पंगश
सुबह उठे और उसके बाद जस्ट 15 मिनट्स को किसी का क्लास बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली जब वो क्लास पहुंचे तो आगे का सीन जो उसको जब
Definitely. So usually when you see a tech person उससे 4 दिन से नहाया नहीं होता ठीक है एक हुडी होती है उसके पास जो पूरा हफ्ता चला रहा होता है ठीक है जीन्स पहनी होती है इफ नॉट शॉर्ट्स एंड उसने स्नीकर्स अच्छे पहने होते हैं ब्रांडेड बट वो भी मोड़ बाजार से होते हैं ठीक है so this is how a usual tech person look like but I think we may look boring right we may sound boring but the work that we do is defining how we scale the technology in the world right so we are focused onto our work we are focused onto how to make this world a better place now before we start to get into my talk, I would like to understand how many of you guys think over here कि उनके मोबाइल फोन से, उनके लैपटॉप से, उनका डेटा चोरी होता है? Okay, there are a lot of people right now. And do you actually know कि ये कौन लोग होते हैं जो ये डेटा चुरा रहे होते हैं? Companies, brands, what else? AI. Okay. Okay. So I think I feel very secure right now because we are the people who are actually stealing that data, right? So nobody knows that. So yeah, good job, guys. Keep thinking AI chura raha hai, but yeah, there are some people behind it. So I think we steal the data, right? But we steal it for a better purpose. Maybe calling it stealing is not the right way to describe it. We help businesses to grow, we help them make better decisions, and we also give it back to you by giving you good recommendations, by telling you what do you need, right? And कभी कभार मैं सोचूं कि शायद ये इसको steal करना ही कहते हैं, but yeah, this is how the industry works, right? Today, I don't want to really talk about the morality of using data, the ethics of using data, but how do we make the world a better place by it? How do we enable you guys? How do we enable these young minds using that data, right? How do we enable कि अच्छा कल को आप कोई business use कर रहे हैं from very small budgets, from very minimal resources, how you can utilize the data to make your businesses better and bigger. So before we dive into it, I want to understand my audience right now. So raise your hand if you are or you want to be into marketing, digital, conventional, anything. Okay, how many people over here are from the web design, web development side? Okay, how many people from graphic design? Interesting. How many people from product design? I think none of you won't be, but anybody here is from the product designing department? Okay, that's a hand over there. So today, when the TEDx team reached out to me, I discussed with them that what do you want me to talk about? right? And they said, okay, you have to motivate people. I don't know how a data guy can motivate a lot of people because that's a really hard thing to do. But I wanted the today's talk कि ये हर कोई इस चीज से रिलेट कर पाए, ठीक है? हर कोई सोच सके that okay, either we are from product, either we are from a business background, either we are from graphic design, we are from website development. How you guys can utilize the data to make your work even better. Okay. So I wanted to address everybody of you because in your careers for the next, I think, 40 years or maybe 50 years, if you're really good, you'll come across data at any given point in your life. No matter आप medical sciences से हैं, no matter आप business administration से हैं, आप या फिर usual tech field से हैं. But something that will make you data enabled is the question that you ask from the data. Usually, our marketing teams, our product teams are actually asking, what is the data? एक कैंपेन चली, ठीक है, उस पे इतने क्लिक्स आए, उस पे इतनी कन्वर्जन्स आई, and that is this. This is the data that we look at. But we ask, why is this data like this? And how we can make it better? Usually in an organization, from C levels to the very bottom are looking at some sort of a data. C levels are looking at a dashboard, 3-4 बड़ी tiles, revenue है, sales हैं, customers हैं, and इतने आ रहे हैं, इतने % से increase हो रहे हैं, ठीक है? But they do not ask why is this? I mean, अगर 20% से increase हो रहा है, so why not 25%? Why not 30%? Right? And having these problems, when they realize that okay, we need to ask more questions, they hire people like us. And we help them understand and uncover insights, right? So for example, there was a project that we as the team were really proud of was a lead generation website, right? Do you guys know what a lead generation website is? No, okay. So a lead generation website is basically जहाँ पे आप अपने user से या अपने customer से उसका email, address, phone number लेते हैं, and the actual conversion happens offline. For example, आपने booking.com किसी ने यूज किया है यहाँ पे? ठीक है, booking.com आपने यूज किया है, booking.com पे आपने जाके बुकिंग कर ली, ठीक है ना? उस वो बुकिंग वेबसाइट पे हो रही है, बट परचेज अभी नहीं हो रही. परचेज तब होगी जब आप उस होटल में चेक इन करेंगे, ठीक है? Now we had a similar client similar to booking.com and he was saying कि यार we are getting a lot of bookings, बहुत सारे लोग रीच आउट कर रहे हैं, बट जो कन्वर्जन है, जो एक्चुअली लोग प्रॉपर्टी पे आते हैं, they are like around like 8-10%, nothing more than that, right? And we are spending millions on our campaigns to optimize कि यार लोग बुक कर लें, so it doesn't make any sense, ठीक है? So वहां पे उनका सवाल ये था कि अच्छा यार, we need to target people who are actually our customers, not the people जो कि actually सिर्फ बुकिंग कर रहे हैं and we don't know why and why. So we got on board, we met their marketing teams, and their marketing teams were in high spirits, right? They were saying that okay, अच्छी conversions आ रही हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा लोग bookings कर रहे हैं, and हमारी campaigns बहुत अच्छी चल रही है, and till the time the big boys came into the whole scenario, right? So what we did over there, it was a one very basic thing that we did that anybody from the marketing domain can do, right? But the problem is we don't think like that, right? So my job here is to make you think in those areas where you can enable your work with data. So we did a very, very basic, very simple thing over here. We just connected the actual purchase to their campaigns, right? A very simple step, a very easy step to do. I think it didn't take us more than 2 months to do that, right? But we connected those actual purchases which were happening offline. उनको call करते थे, सर आप आ रहे हैं नहीं आ रहे, वो जब कहते थे जी आ रहे हैं तो चले आप पेमेंट करते हैं, जैसी ही पेमेंट होती थी, so we would send that actual purchase back to the campaigns. Now what happened over there? जैसे ही वो actual purchases campaigns में वापस जाना शुरू हुई, and now the business was saying that okay, this is the actual conversion. ठीक है, यही लोग हैं जिनके लिए हमें campaigns चलानी है। उस marketing team के सारे conversions, उनके सारे metrics, they fell down to the floor. Because सिर्फ 10% लोग बुकिंग कर रहे थे, ठीक है। So and by the end of the year, we were able to save that company $25 million in their marketing budgets. So this was a big achievement for us, right? And we were really proud of. Although we got that company fired because they never thought about it, right? But here you are. I am telling you this story where we have a lot of marketing people sitting over here. Now you can think from that perspective that okay, how do we stay in the game? How do we don't let other people come in and take our projects and get us fired? Similarly, this was an example regarding the marketing and how we sort of like manage the data over there. Similarly, we had a very recent project with a big telecom company. It was an MNC, and they hired us and they asked us that okay, we need to our campaigns are not working, right? Our campaigns are not working, they are not performing well. Now उसमें हमने देखा कि ठीक है कैंपेन्स चल रही हैं, सारा जो भी एक्चुअल कन्वर्जन है वो भी रिकॉर्ड हो रही है, बट वेयर वाज द प्रॉब्लम? जो मार्केटिंग टीम्स हैं वो अपने CAC, R2 इस तरह के मैट्रिक्स देख रही थी, ठीक है, जो C लेवल्स हैं वो टोटल नंबर्स देख रहे थे। व्हाट वी डिड ओवर देयर, वी जस्ट क्रिएटेड अ वेरी सिंपल फनल। यार अच्छा ऑनबोर्डिंग हो रही है, कन्वर्जन स्टार्ट हो रही है, ठीक है, तो कन्वर्जन में सबसे ज्यादा गैप कहाँ पे आ रहा है? एंड वी वर एबल टू फाइंड आउट कि जब यूजर पेमेंट स्टेप पे पहुंचता था, ठीक है, अराउंड 43% यूजर्स विल फॉल ऑफ, ठीक है, दैट इज द स्टेप जहां पे लोग ड्रॉप ऑफ हो रहे थे। एंड इट वाज वेरी स्ट्रेंज टू सी दैट, and we were able to see that just because we asked why, we didn't ask what, right? वहां पे हमने देखा उस funnel में क्योंकि around 40% people are dropping off, we did another very simple thing. We divided that funnel into iOS and Android users. Onto iOS, we could see that only 4% of the people were falling off the total, whereas onto the Android side, 36% of people were falling, and they were not converting and they were not making a purchase. When we further got into it, we got to know अच्छा कि यार iOS पे the app has Apple Pay enabled, but Android Pay we do not have Google Pay, and we were facing a lot of issues with credit card payments. So that is the point. We within a second, within like I think of 5 minutes of seeing that chart, we were able to increase that company's revenues by 36%. So this is what data does to you, right? This is what they tell you. जब आप data से सवाल करते हैं, why is this happening? And you try to find out. अब यहाँ पे we never blame the marketing team to do that. कि यार आप कुछ गलत कर रहे हैं, आपके पास डेटा नहीं आ रहा। But we blame the product team कि यार इतना बड़ा gap, how could you not see that? ठीक है, आप कैसे नहीं देख सकते कि यार Apple Pay जो है connected है, but Google Pay connected नहीं है? So this is what data tells you. But you know what? Like हर बार you do not get these big fishes, right? कि अच्छा 36% हो रहा है, $25 billion हो रहे हैं. How would you use the data? ठीक है, I know for sure that there are so many people who would be running their own businesses, who would be running smaller campaigns, right? And they'll be sort of like revolving around into that scope of work, right? So yeah, I have a very relevant example for that. So recently we had an e-commerce website, and उनके भी again यही problems that okay ad लोग products cart में add नहीं कर रहे, what's the problem? We need to understand the product is good, the pricing is good, हर कहीं बिक रहा है, हमारी वेबसाइट पे नहीं बिक रहा, ये क्या मसला है? ठीक है? So we did a very simple thing. We just saw कि अच्छा यार उनके product page पे लोग scroll कितना कर रहे हैं, कितना bottom तक जा रहे हैं, ठीक है? And we could see कि अच्छा यार 50-56% of people first 50% of the page में वहां से वो exit कर देते थे, वो नीचे जाते ही नहीं थे. And then we saw कि अच्छा यार उनका actual add to cart button was at the very bottom, so वहां तक लोग जा ही नहीं रहे थे, ठीक है? So we just gave them a very simple recommendations कि आप add to cart button ऊपर ले आए, and it automatically increased the add to cart rate by like 5-6%. Similarly, there was a new brand, go-to-market brand, जो कि अपने products launch कर रहा था, and they were not very sure if our products are interesting, right? So we just did simple things. We just tracked कि अच्छा यार इस पेज पे लोग आ कितना रहे हैं, स्क्रॉल कितना कर रहे हैं, इस प्रोडक्ट के बारे में कितना देख रहे हैं. तो these are very small things. मैं बहुत ज़्यादा टेक्निकल, मैं बहुत ज़्यादा like data deep dive नहीं करना चाह रहा, but I'm just sort of like trying to give you that mindset that will make you guys stand out. अगर आप एक मार्केटिंग एजेंसी रन कर रहे हैं, अगर आप अपना बिजनेस रन कर रहे हैं, how can you look at these smaller things, very small things, जो कि आपके बिजनेस को एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट पे बड़ी आसानी से ले जाएंगे. So I think yeah, this has been my experience with the data, and these gaps that you see would make you relevant into the business that you're in. These gaps that you see will keep you on top of your business, will ensure you that you get the very right percentage of the share that you have, right? And you can scale your businesses, you can scale your marketing campaigns, you can scale your products by you looking at these very small details. So yeah, I think this is the way you should think about, this is the way you should make your mindset around data, and not just limit yourself to either a marketing agency, either a design agency, either a product agency, or anything like that. So this has been my experience. I hope you were able to get some insights into it, and the purpose was to plant that seed into your minds that will enable you to think in a data-driven perspective. Thank you so much.